Now, get ready for the hottest podcast coming out of Dallas, Texas, with Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki. Stars talking Cowboys. Let's go!
Yo, here we go again, back up on the scene. Stars talking Cowboys, you know what I mean. The podcast repping everything with silver and blue. Keeping it real, that's what they do. Let me tell you about the crew. Sean Fox, spitting facts. K Boogie's giving game. Nikki's got the stats, so of course she covers everything. It's showtime, so let's get to the biz. And that Stars talking Cowboys, yeah, you know what time it is.
What's up? How you doing this evening?
Hey, what's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday.
You forgot what day it was?
I forgot the day. What's going on?
We are here. Welcome to another edition of Stars Talking Cowboys. I am one of your hosts, Sean Fox. We got Cowboys Nikki on the line. K Boogie and the others will be on and most likely just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, he said, I saw him say that he would be jumping on in a minute.
Okay. Well, did that game give you a headache?
Cardiac arrest. I mean, I hadn't seen a game. I hadn't seen a game like that with us in a long time. And I know it aggravated a lot of people and everything. But for me, although I was on pins and needles, those are the type of games that I like to see from us. Because there's so many times that we have been in those type of situations in a game and everybody just act like they don't care. Everybody just give up or they just be like, whatever, like they don't care. So to see them young men, including Dak, take lead and step up and say, nah, no matter what, we're gonna do what we gotta do to pull the win out in this game. That meant a lot. That lets me know that the leadership is in the right direction. It lets me know that they are focused. It lets me know that they want to win. I haven't seen that type of Cowboys team in a long time. Plenty of times we didn't have those type of games. They did not fight nearby as hard as they fought to win that game on Sunday. I don't know if it was the fact that because one, it was the Giants, two, it's a division game. Now, what I'm upset about, I don't like the fact of how many yards our defense gave up to Russell Wilson. There's no way in heck we should have given up that many yards to Russell Wilson. But we can get to that more a little later. But for me, even though it was one of those games that we was on pins and needles in the stadium, it was crazy. It was crazy. You would have had to be in there to really just feel the atmosphere. It was absolutely crazy in there. There was a lot of Giants fans there. They were there. They came out. It was a lot of Giant fans there. But when I tell you Cowboy fans stood 10 toes down behind this team on Sunday, something that I hadn't seen in a long time in the stadium as well, that's what they did. And, we talk about leadership, and people always say, Dak not a leader, or they say, Dak don't know how to put the team on his back. Well, if that wasn't putting your team on your back Sunday, I don't know what it was. I don't know what putting your team on your back is, if that's not what Dak did on Sunday, because he did that. He put that team on his back Sunday to do what needed to be done. So,
Just
thank God for the kicker. Thank God for the kicker.
Thank God. But just think about that statement you just said. If CD would have caught a couple of those passes that he dropped last week, against the Eagles,
Mm-hmm.
we could be saying 2 weeks in a row that he carried the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my thing, the narrative of Dak is not this and Dak is not that. I was listening to XM radio on today, and one thing that they said was, a couple of things that they said about Dak, that they feel like they're starting to feel like that he gets undue criticism for his play. That's the first things they said, and they said that they feel like that he is if he continues to play like he's playing now, he's going to have what we consider another MVP season, MVP type, being in the discussion season. And I'm not, jumping on here saying that Dak is this and Dak is all that, but if a healthy Dak with a small resemblance of a running game has been a very consistent quarterback over the years.
Right. Right.
But I tell you, there's something that really, really surprised me. They were once again, this is on NFL radio on XM. They were talking about offensive lines and how many dropbacks that quarterbacks are having between sacks. The average is about 12 dropbacks in the NFL right now. It's about 12 dropbacks per sack for the NFL. Do you know what Dak's average was? You want to just take a guess? Anybody online want to just take a guess? So far, it's 1 in every 45 dropbacks. Hey, Tisha. So that means the offensive line is doing a better job than what we really think they're doing. That he's gotten some pressure here and there, but that tells us that Dak is getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker quicker than what he usually does. Now on the flip side of that, he could have thrown a couple of more interceptions besides the one he threw on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
If the defender wouldn't have dropped the ball.
But but it was a few passes that he threw that I liked, even though they were in traffic. I liked the passes because he threaded the ball in there. And that was one of the things that commentators always said, that don't know how to throw and thread the ball to a receiver when they are covered. That he can only throw the ball to a receiver when they're wide open. So some of those catches that like that touchdown was made in traffic, and he threaded that ball through there. So that lets me know that he worked on that a lot during his off season. That was one of the things that he said that he wanted to work on, and that's what he did. Because it's plenty of times, those type of balls get intercepted by that, would have gotten intercepted by him. But he threaded those balls a couple of times to Pickens and to Lamb, for those balls to get a first down, or get us as close to a first down as we can get.
This is a interesting statement that Michael has put up. He says, still can't believe Micah has left because of Jerry's crap. Curse of Jimmy Johnson. We barely beat a bottom feed team for a while now. One thing I will say to that statement is the Giants are a divisional rival. I think their issue has been that Dayball hasn't had the quarterback that he wanted to get the ball downfield. Daniel Jones was a dink and dunk quarterback, and he was mobile. And that's not the quarterback that Dayball wanted. Russell Wilson, he likes to throw the ball downfield, and unfortunately, he decided to have his breakout game um, when they played us. But Bam just said it. The Giants are tougher than people think. The Giants' front seven are as tough as
Yeah.
anybody else, as tough as anybody in the league. All they needed was just a little bit of play from their DBs, and as you see, they didn't get that. They didn't get that play from their DBs. If they had a little bit more play from their DBs, we probably would have been in trouble. Let's see here. He says that Eagles still run the conference. Green Bay has our number, and all we have is a Ben and Jerry. I'm not jumping the gun on this win against the Giants. I really won't. I like the effort, as you said earlier, Nikki. I like the effort that was put out. Those type of games, we usually would lose. We usually would find a way to throw an interception, fumble the ball off, not make a defensive stop. Well, we really didn't make a defensive stop because that throw by Russell Wilson wasn't really on the defense. Wasn't on the defense.
Should have been like it.
Yeah. So
for when I make the jump box. Oh yeah.
I think that for the most part, we show resilience. And like you said a little earlier, Nikki, Dak stepped up to be a leader, but we have to find that leader on defense. I don't think we found it yet.
Yeah, I don't. I think it's hard to find a leader on defense right now because defense is struggling um, to stay afloat. So I think we probably won't find that leader on defense until we have stability in the secondary and we can get to the passer better. We can rush the passer better. Um, I think for me, I think if anyone that could become a leader on the defense, I would have to go with. If I had to pick a leader for defense right now, I would have to say I would have to go with Kenny Clark, the newcomer. He has came in with so much attitude and so much confidence and just himself on this team so far on the defensive side. But I think the issue with our defense is the secondary. It's the secondary. Secondary is atrocious. It's horrible. Um, it was so. I mean, defense was so bad Sunday that Jerry had to take a break from thing and go finish the deal with Clowney. That's how bad defense was on Sunday. But for me, people want to downplay the win because it was the Giants. But had we lost to the Giants, imagine what the headlines would be.
Oh,
Imagine what would be saying. Imagine what social media would look like if we had lost to the Giants. At the end of the day, it is a division team. It was a division game. We were both 0-1. We both wanted a win, and we had to fight hard to get it. We had to fight to get it. Do I want to be in these type of games all the time? No, because honestly, a better team, we would have lost. We probably would have lost. But it's the NFL. they're in the NFL. So for me, any team that we play and they are in the NFL, you can't downplay any team just because they quote unquote got a bad record. Those are the trap games. Those are the setup games. But if they don't get this defense fixed, we gonna be in a rude awakening. If they don't get this defense fixed, I don't know why he kept us in zone when we was getting ate up in zone. I'm screaming from the stands like we need to get out of zone defense. It's killing us. We need to get out of zone defense. We need to get out of zone defense. But guess what? They didn't feel like they had the players to go man to man.
100. And think about this too. For those who understand football, know football. Did Trayvon, quote unquote, so called get beat? Yes, he did. I'm not saying that he didn't. What's up, Mr. Cowboy?
Hey, how y'all doing, man? What's going on? I'm trying to get myself situated.
I feel you. But people don't understand defensive concept. We played cover 3, put 8 men up to stop the run. If you play cover 3, 8 men up to stop the run,
You're gonna leave the back open.
You're gonna leave the back open. If you send 3 verticals and 1 crossing route, one of them verticals is gonna get open. And Russell Wilson just hit the right one every single time.
Every single time. Yep. He hit the right one every single time. But let's just say this too. Russell Wilson, people have to understand Russell Wilson is also a Super Bowl champion. Russell Wilson is not a bad quarterback. Russell Wilson used to I think we beat Wilson one time all the times that he were in Seattle. We beat him one time, and we beat him at a time when it mattered the most, and that was in the playoff game here in Dallas. That was the only time we beat Russell Wilson, and we fought to win that game. It wasn't just until lately that Russell Wilson became a quarterback that you can say that his better days are probably behind him. But looking at Russell Wilson Sunday, it tells me also that while he was in Pittsburgh, he was playing in the wrong offense.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't playing in the offense that was the type of offense for him to play in. That's what that showed me Sunday. So to sit here and think that Russell Wilson is still not a good quarterback, y'all are crazy. To think that in the right scheme and the right play calling, that's for him. He will eat you. He can still eat you alive. And that's what he did on Sunday. Every opportunity he had to eat us alive, that's what he did. So you need to.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I ask a question real quick?
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference between our defense against Philadelphia versus our defense against the Giants? And I want to, anybody can answer that one.
DaRon Bland.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, there you go.
That's it. That's it.
Hold up, wait. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Hold up. Wait.
What's up?
Hey.
What up?
It's not just that. The Giants went deep. Philly didn't go deep like the Giants.
Philly didn't go deep.
And to be honest with you, the Giants have more team speed at wide receiver than the Philadelphia Eagles. So wait a minute now. Hold up. We might have to still,
okay, Boogie. DaRon Bland and Diggs on the outside can take that step back because Smith is a speed receiver for Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. How many catches did he get?
Mm-hmm.
different type of offenses though. Russell Wilson throws deep ball better than anybody though. You got to understand that he throws a great deep ball though.
Right, but we understand that part. But we're just talking about the scheme right now. We're talking about what happened on Sunday, and we're not saying
terrible. That scheme terrible. I'm sorry, I just jumped in, but that scheme was terrible. Lack of communication. It was just terrible.
That's what we're saying. That's what I said. It was the scheme.
But what we're trying to say is that Russell Wilson being a veteran quarterback, and you came in late. Him being a veteran quarterback in a cover 3, you run 3 deeps and a crossing route against a cover 3. Somebody's gonna get open deep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was a horrible scheme for us that game.
Bad scheme.
Yeah, but we stopped the run.
But we didn't have nobody to help us on the back end to come out of that scheme.
Exactly.
We didn't have what we need. We didn't have nobody to help us come out of that scheme. So that's the reason why we stayed stuck in that scheme. And I know sitting in the stands, I'm seeing it, but I'm like, we ain't got nobody to help us come out of it. Mm-hmm. Now, do I think it's gonna happen again? I don't think so, because I don't know. I don't think it will happen again. But that's on the defensive coordinator as well. Because you left us, you should have figured out by third quarter, you should have had figured out what to do to get us out of that scheme, to keep us from getting ate up like we did with that.
100. Let's give a few shout outs before we keep going. Welcome, Night Owl Cowboy. We want to welcome you, Mr. Michael Fortune, Kevin Civils, Demetrius Gregory, obviously Tisha and Brian. They come through us every week. Joseph Taylor, welcome to the show. All right, I'm sorry. We can go ahead.
Hold on. Let me. I want to step back for a second. You know, our defense hasn't been the same since Green Bay kicked our butts in the playoffs. Y'all know that, right? Our safeties has been atrocious. Green Bay was running the same exact routes that the Giants was running, but the only difference is they were also able to run on us. So is it the scheme or is it players? Because I've been saying it for years that Hooker need to go. Wilson needs to go because they're not what we need in coverage. We're not. I'm just saying our defense, the secondary hasn't been the same. Bland didn't play. All right, I get it. But still, though, you have to have better communication, especially when you're going up against the slot. Even the slot receivers was getting open against us. So sometimes we can talk about the scheme.
Yeah,
sometimes it's got to be the players too, though.
But we were playing 3 linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't play a nickel. We didn't play a nickel defense until the overtime.
Yeah, but that's my point, though. When you playing that, somebody has to be the last line of defense. I played football. We all play.
Yeah.
You can have speedy corners. You can have this. But if the safeties are the last line of defense, and they're not communicating and telling you where to be, we can't just say, okay, well, we had 3 lines. No, the safeties are like, listen, hey, I got deep. You got quarters over there. I got deep over here.
But we didn't play quarters.
Watch.
We didn't play quarters. That we put Wilson. They brought Malik down into the box, and they put Wilson over the top. So you got their number 1 receiver running a post corner. That's a deep one. You got the other outside running a shallow or a fade, and then you had your slot receiver running that fade. So once Neighbors got that first touchdown, okay, so now we got to play deep over here. So Wilson's concentrating over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then we come back and we run the young guy on, like you said, Kenyatta, that speed slot receiver. Boom. He had 2 long touchdowns. He
had his in the first quarter.
He had 50-some yards.
He had
150-some yards.
He did.
And that's the adjustments, though. The adjustments. He was killing us in the first quarter. I was watching that game with the Giant fans, and the Giant fans, in my parents' living room like, yo, what is going on? Why is he wide open? I said, you know why he's wide open. I said, look at the coverage. Look what's going on. You can't expect a linebacker to carry a slot receiver who's really fast down 20, 25 yards. I said, you know what's going on. And I'm watching this with football players, and they're like, yo, what's going on with the Cowboys? Because they were
So
really
again, it goes back to what I said. We don't have the coverage that we supposed to have. We don't have the coverage. It's not. It was the scheme, and it was the players because they too slow, and you got to have speed out there when you have these speedy wide receivers, and we didn't have that on Sunday, and we didn't have the coverage. We didn't have nobody to pick the slack up for it neither.
But we've been saying that about Hooker and Wilson for the last 2 years, though. It's
Right.
the same thing.
Right. So every little young safety we've had over the last couple of years
Have gotten hurt.
And where are they at now? So I 100% agree with you on we need more speed. I 100% agree with you that that we don't have the right players back there. But I'm going to say one thing. Our biggest thing was we had to stop the run. And they said we wanted to stop the run and we were going to make Russell Wilson beat us.
Yeah.
So New York had 21 carries for 84 yards. Scatterboo had 45 yards. He was their leading rusher. Russell Wilson had 23 yards rushing, and one of those was a 15-yard scramble.
Right.
So we did what we had to do to stop the run.
But we didn't do what we had to do to stop the back end.
We didn't do to stop the back end.
But do y'all really believe that after he threw for 450 yards? If I'm throwing for 450 yards, I'm not going to concentrate on the run either. You know what I'm saying? So is it we robbing Peter to pay Paul? So what are we doing? That's what I'm trying to get through is basically, listen, if a quarterback is on fire like that, why am I going to run the ball? If y'all can't stop me, why am I going to keep running the ball? I'm going.
Well, yeah, that's what we saying.
If there's a deficiency, I'm going to keep going at it until you fix it.
Right. That's what we were saying.
Like I said, we said that you just, like I said, you just happened to get on a little late. So
that's what we saying.
Yo, work calls, man. Work.
No,
right.
What we're saying, what we were trying to get, the point that we was trying to get across was that the point that we was trying to get across earlier is that a lot of people didn't understand don't understand the concept of cover 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the purpose of this conversation. Yes, the defensive the players quote suck, as we might want to say.
Had a bad game,
but the scheme was worse. You put if you put both of your safeties back to play over the top of those slot receivers and linebackers under and so forth and so on, then that's where they're going to run against us. So think about this too. If they were running the ball against us and they were controlling the clock against us when they had the lead, do you think we would have had time to come back to score?
Nope.
Not at all.
We won't know. Not this game anyway. We won't know. You know what I'm saying? That's a hypothetical question, so we won't know.
Hey.
But all I know is that there was a lack of communication going on out there. No matter scheme or not, it's just the fact that we don't communicate well. The secondary does not communicate well. I didn't see any of this. I didn't see any of this. I didn't see yo. I didn't see nothing. I'm like, what's going on?
So to me, if I'm a player, like you said, to me, that's the scheme.
That's crazy. That's what it was to me too. The scheme.
To me, it was a scheme because, just as you said, they're looking for safety help. Both corners were looking for safety help.
You can tell,
except the one that, in my opinion, that Diggs gave up.
Yeah, Diggs should have been deep.
Yeah, that was on him because it was on the outside.
Yeah, Diggs had a deep third on that.
So that was 100% on Diggs. But those any passes that came in the slot, that is the scheme. That is 100% scheme because you put Wilson in a position of, do I jump over neighbors or do I help here? And there was, you know what I'm saying? That's where I see it. I don't know about anybody else.
If I was back there, they should have actually shifted the coverage to neighbors. I'm not gonna let neighbors beat me. Everybody else gonna beat me, not neighbors. Not neighbors. He's one of the best.
But if you try to stop neighbors, you still gonna leave somebody else open.
But here's the thing, though, Nikki. I'd rather pick my poison and do it that way than what the Giants just did to us on Sunday. There's times when you, as a coach, it's like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to pick my poison, just like they do with CeeDee Lamb. Same thing. I'm gonna pick my poison. Sometimes you got to pick your poison, especially when we don't have the athletic talent in our backfield. We don't have the athletic talent back.
Okay, so that makes so then you can't pick your poison. You have to focus on focus on what you can get, what you can do at that moment. You can't pick your poison if your main complaint is that we don't have the speed, we don't have who we supposed to have in the backfield. Then how you gonna pick your poison? You got to go with what you can go with, and hopefully it could work out at that moment.
I'm not gonna let neighbors beat me.
So you focus on just neighbors, but it's 2-3 others there, others there doing the same thing.
But neighbors is the one. If you can focus on neighbors, then your other help, quote unquote, should be able to slow the Giants down. If you focus on neighbors, is one of the top receivers in the NFL.
But Boog on that last touchdown. Neighbors were double covered on the last touchdown with 25
seconds.
Elam didn't turn his head. Wilson turned around too late.
The safety should have been over the top.
So the safety should have been over the top.
The safety should have been over the top.
The safety can't be over the top because Wilson's not fast enough to get over the top.
And that's our problem, right?
You know what I'm saying?
We got some slow ass safeties.
Not fast enough to get over the top.
That's really the problem. The safety slow.
If they know that basically they can't do certain things, make adjustments. That's all I'm saying. Make adjustments. Put Bell out there. You know what I'm saying?
So that goes back.
And Wanye out there.
So I think Ye need to be out there free.
Wanye that goes on the field. That's all I'm saying.
We're hearing what you're saying, but that's everything you're saying is still the scheme. That's still the scheme.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to match up and do man zone or whatever else. You can give a look though. I know.
So what was our
poison? Whatever.
What was our poison? What was our poison against the Eagles?
The Eagles, there was really no poison because they really didn't try as deep. The Eagles didn't try as deep.
It was Jalen Hurts running.
But hold on for a second. I'm not worried. The Jalen is one thing, right? Jalen's one thing. Football in sports is about matchups. The gave us a different matchup than Philadelphia Eagles did. Much different matchup. And on the show, I said, what did I say on the show? I said the Giants going to pose a different problem because they're going to go deep because of Russell Wilson. And that's exactly what they did. Philadelphia runs a different scheme. They run a different scheme altogether. They just run a different scheme.
Kenyatta, we're not disagreeing on that. That's not what we're disagreeing on. What we're saying is like I said, you came in a little late. So I don't think that
I came in because that was embarrassing, man. That was embarrassing.
I hear you, but you came in, bro. You came in the conversation.
I want to play.
You came in.
I can still run a 4.5. I get in shape at this age. Shit, I was pissed, but I'll go ahead.
Mr. Cowboy, when you first jumped on, I asked you a question, and what was your answer?
What'd you ask me?
Okay. It was about cover 3.
Oh yeah. So we talking about Diggs, like Diggs to the Diggs.
Essentially, I said in cover 3, if you run 3 goals on a crossing route, somebody's gonna get beat deep.
Yeah, one of them verticals gonna be you gonna have a seam throw on one of them on one side, whichever side the safety is not in the box, you're gonna have a seam. That vertical, yeah.
And that's what they did to us. You know, and I saw us play 3 linebackers the majority of the play. I don't have the numbers for that, but I saw 3 linebackers out there the majority of our defense. We didn't go nickel until overtime.
So let me ask y'all this. So do y'all think that how much do y'all think that had to do with us being thin in that corner? Because keep in mind we had 2 practice squad guys out there. We just put up our practice squad who's fairly new to the team. And I'm, you know, and it wasn't a lot of blitzing. The coverages were vanilla, right? So I'm wondering if that had anything to do with him having new guys out there, not having guys that's really been there throughout camp. Because against Philly, he got exotic with the blitzes. You know, he caught a pretty good game against Philly. So, but not so much in this second one. Cause I was like, well, I guess as a coach, if you got new guys on the, you know, you're not gonna trust them with a lot. So hey, we're gonna just keep it simple. We just gonna do this. I don't need you letting somebody get wide open on the back end, which was happening anyway, you know. But
that was atrocious.
It looked bad, but I'm thinking,
so,
you know, maybe the new guys had something to do with it. But
so the question I'm gonna go back and ask again: what was the reason why we had to run that scheme? Because Bland was out.
Yeah. I'm thinking this the personnel, man. His personnel.
Yeah,
kind of
it's 100% personnel.
Yeah.
So if you got 2 cover corners, you can drop your safeties back and play 3 linebackers up front.
I thought there was one guy for the practice squad that was playing in the slot because you had Diggs and Elam on the outside. It was just one guy, if I'm not mistaken, from the practice squad.
I saw Briggs out there, number 25 Briggs. He was out there too. You talking about
and 27 was out there.
Yeah, 20.
But the majority of the time we were playing 3 linebackers.
Yeah.
And for the first time, I could say, you know, I can't say nothing bad about Murray this time. He was making his tackles. You know, I just don't think that in this scheme that we don't account for the quarterback, and we don't contain well.
I'm not even going to bring up his name. I am not going to do it. I am not going to do it. Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because that's Jerry Jones' fault. I'm not going to do it. I just hope right now that they do make some adjustments against actually the Bears, because the Bears are going to try to duplicate the same thing the Giants just did, and they have a better running quarterback, and they do have some speed on the outside as well, and they have a good running game.
Yeah, so but Caleb, he gets antsy feet, and he's not throwing the ball down the field.
Yeah, but listen, after what we just saw on Sunday, I do not know what to expect, to be honest with you, because this could be their get right game. We don't know. We do not know. I'm telling you, it's on the road at 4:00. It's going to be the game of the week on Fox. We don't know. We don't know, because to be honest with you, the Bears, they have a pretty good offense. It's just the fact that right now, it's just not articulating correctly. But yeah, this could be the game. So whatever adjustments the Eberflus is going to make, I'm going to pray that it's better than what we did against the Giants. Not to move ahead, but that was atrocious what happened on Sunday. That was really bad. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed. Watching the game with Giant fans, I was embarrassed because they thought we had the game won. Then all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. I said, who's running free like that? I was like, oh, my God. Thank God for Dak Prescott.
Well, yeah, there was a Dak Prescott game right there. We won that game because we had Dak Prescott and they didn't.
God, that's it. I was like, if anybody ever wants to sit here and bash Dak Prescott, they done lost their mind. I'm not going to tell you what I said about, but they lost their mind.
Well,
I spoke on that earlier. You know, I said so many fans like to sit here and say that Dak is not a dog. Dak don't put the team on his back. Dak don't do this. Dak don't do that. But I know I have seen countless times that Dak has tried to put the team on his back. But again, he can't do it all by himself. But Sunday, Dak put this team on his back. He put this team on his back because had he taken the sack instead of running, the game was over.
Mm-hmm.
The game was over. And not even that. I still felt comfortable enough that I think if he would have taken a sack, I still felt comfortable enough with Brandon Aubrey going out there and still kicking and winning it. Because even at the 64-yarder, he still had room to spare. That kick would have been good for 70.
Yeah, it would have been.
So let's talk about this comment we have right here. I have to say the Dak play and time management was the key. Do you think McCarthy, if we had McCarthy on the sideline, that we would have had a chance to win that game?
Nope.
25% maybe. 25%
nope.
maybe.
Nope. Time management, time clock management was good all around.
It really was.
Time clock management was good all around.
I think Mike would have screwed us. Or Mike would have screwed
us. Or he would have took he would have took a timeout when it shouldn't have been a timeout. I think time clock management was great in this game because when they said we still had 3 timeouts left, I was like, what?
Exactly.
Still 3 timeouts left. I was like, what? Ain't no way in here we would have had that with Mike McCarthy. No way. No way.
So you know, on my final take on the overall game, and then we could keep talking about the specifics of it. But my final take on the overall game was, could we have played better? 100%. Was it the most entertaining game in the NFL this weekend? Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was by far the best game this best NFL game this week.
Yeah. It was best NFL game this week.
Regardless if it was the Giants or not, you know, and Kenyatta and the rest. Look, and I'm only saying this to you because I was at a Giants bar, so I don't know how many Giants fans did you watch a game with?
Like 4, but I was in my parents' living room, and it was like I was embarrassed.
So Kenyatta, I had 50 Giants fans that we were watching it with. It was about 30 Cowboy fans there. It was about 50 Giants fans there. And we were just going back and forth. I mean, they hated on us so bad that the DJ, when it was time to play We Them Boys, only thing he played was We Them. So I think the thing of it was a very entertaining game. You got a chance to watch. You got a chance to watch an hour of football. Actually, football.
It was entertaining, but also you was questioning a lot. You was questioning as a Cowboy fan. You was questioning a lot. Louis Fowl, why he wasn't out there? We could have used his speed. I'm saying, why is he in the doghouse? I'm like, why is he in the doghouse? What's going on? Is he going assignments in practice? What's going on? I'm like,
who are you talking about?
Louis Fowl, number 35.
35.
Oh, yeah.
The second-year linebacker from Notre Dame. I'm like, why is he not playing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So from what I'm getting from this, because even with Blue not playing yet, from what I'm getting from this is that if they're not having good practices or they're not being consistent in practice, he's not putting them on the field.
I mean, I'm with it.
He's making them accountable. He's making them get it. And he's making sure that they know what it is when they get on the field. He said he's not putting players out there just because we as fans feel like they should be out there. We're not in practice. We're not behind the scenes to see what's going on in the film room, in the practice room, and what's going on. If he don't feel comfortable enough that they know the scheme, they know what they're doing, and they know how it's supposed to be, they're not going out there. It's not a punishment, but it's to let you know, get your shit together if you want to play on the field.
Exactly.
And I ain't mad about. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, the coach got to trust you. At the end of the day, the coach got to trust you. If I don't trust you, I don't want you out there because you're gonna try to be a hero and you're gonna cost us the game. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I'm with it.
Yeah,
because we're gonna
And
need
later. That also lets me know that Jerry's actually letting him coach.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry letting him coach. How many times politics played a role with our team? How many times politics played a role? The worst player on the field was because Jerry liked him or because Jerry wanted him out there. He out there. And he out on they on the field looking lost, on the field causing penalties, on the field just doing stupid stuff. So how many times have politics cost us games?
Yep, I agree.
If that's the case, then why is Hooker and Wilson still playing then? If that's the case, the politics does not really have anything to do with it. They don't
because they're cheap labor right now.
Mm-hmm.
Wanye, Bell, Wanye,
I think
Bell waving in
take
hand
a
like
spot. Leo's going to eventually take a spot too.
Exactly. We need more speed out there. We need more playmaking ability. That's what I saw. The lack of playmaking ability is going to catch up to us sooner or later on defense. It's going to catch up to us. We don't know how Bland's going to play when he comes back.
But let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100. We spent all that money on offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we knew the defense was going to be
shaky
this year. We knew that already.
Yeah,
Didn't we talk about that?
This was before the Michael Parsons trade.
Yeah, this was before the trade.
Yeah, this was before the trade. We felt like it was going to be a little shaky.
Yeah, we all agreed on this back in April, May, June.
During the draft. During the draft.
Yeah. Now the positive of this is if we don't go out and get an impact defensive player with those picks that we got from the Michael Parsons trade, we got 4 first-round picks coming up. Yep. Your O-line is 80% solid.
Yeah, we can use the right tackle.
Yeah, we still gotta go.
Yeah,
all means necessary. Still gotta go. Yeah. I looked at him Sunday. Still is terrible. He is terrible. It's like sometimes he get lost on what he's supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
He gotta go. He the weak link. He is the weak link on that line right now.
I'm sorry, I got to put some of these comments up here. I got so passionate about this talking. I've got to put these up here. They say I'd rather have players.
I hear you, Joe. I agree, Joe. Yeah, I agree, Joe. I agree. I agree. Preach, Joe. Preach to them people.
Disagree with that podcast nonsense. I'm gonna disagree with that because that ain't got.
He said what? I didn't even see what he said.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Joe. No, we're not gonna do that. We can't.
What he said?
We can't do that. We can't do that. I'm gonna disagree with that. That had nothing to do with him playing on the field. That had nothing to do. Parsons, yes, he's my favorite Cowboy, but the podcast, come on. That ain't got nothing to do with how ferocious he was on the field. Come on now. That's like my director telling me stop doing my shows or doing this and that and just concentrate on work. Like, come on, what? My performance at work has anything to do with me doing my extra activities outside of that framework. Nah, ain't no damn.
Okay, can I pull a Stephen A?
I think the issue with the podcast,
Stephen A. It's just the fact that when Michael's dad came on the show, we all know that Michael's.
What has he done? What has he done in the playoffs? What has Michael done in the playoffs?
I can say the same thing about Dak Prescott in the playoffs too. We can say that about a bunch of people.
Yeah, exactly.
But that don't have anything to do with his podcast, though.
Well, the issue with the podcast was the fact that some of the things that were covered on the podcast, it was a direct effect and a direct hit to your own locker room.
All right,
and it caused conflict in the locker room.
I ain't with you having an Eagles player on your podcast, bro.
Right after they done dragged us.
Yeah, like nah, bro. I ain't with that.
Listen,
Right after they done dragged us. And to top it off, they asked you to name top 10 quarterbacks. You like Aqib Talib said, even if you don't think your quarterback is a top 10, you act like you like your quarterback on your podcast.
Do you think that, well, not this year, you can't use this year, but do you think that the Miami players were saying that Tua wasn't a good quarterback up until this year?
Nope.
And
I thought you were going to say Hill. I thought you were going to say Hill's a problem.
Tyreek Hill was saying he's the most accurate quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Up until
this year.
Up until this year. And we know that.
Let me ask you a question. So we had the White House back in the 90s. We had girls, drugs, guns. And you're going to tell me that didn't impact the players more than Micah Parsons doing a podcast?
Nope, so because they won.
Yeah, the difference between
they were winning.
They were winning.
Wait a minute. They were taking care of business on the field.
Right? They was winning as a team, right? So
they was doing what they did, but they got on the field and they won.
My point. So why is Micah being actually ostracized because he had a podcast?
But I wasn't
ostracizing him because he had a podcast.
Can I add to that? Can I add to that?
It's the conversation.
I want somebody to don't focus.
Can I add to that though? If we had social media back then like we have it now,
it probably would have been a problem.
We get the same results.
Man, listen, if was a fifth, and you know what comes after that, I don't know, bro.
Okay, so then we can say we can have
probably. I mean, probably would, because from what I heard, they all had radio shows back then, didn't it?
It's the leadership.
Yeah,
it's the leadership. Yeah, so it's different.
Yeah, but it's different in social media.
Jimmy made sure that nothing got exposed to the press. We don't have the same leadership that we had back then. And that's the problem. It had nothing to do with Michael Parsons.
Well, then that's a problem.
It didn't, but that's not Michael Parsons' fault. He played his ass off when he was on that field. And I'm going to disagree with that.
He had his times. He listen, I like Michael Parsons. I'm not against Michael Parsons in no kind of way. I'm not against you getting your money, getting your dollars in no kind of way. But it is certain times and some things you cannot sit on a podcast and talk about and say about your players that you have to go in the locker room with. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's going to be a problem. Whether you like your quarterback or not, you don't sit on a podcast and take shots at your quarterback. It's a problem. Because at the end of the day, the owners have more money tied into the quarterback than they do you. Their quarterback is the face of their organization. You're a part of the organization. You're a face for the organization, but your quarterback is who they going to stand 10 toes down with and defend. And when your locker room have an issue with you're talking about your quarterback and making comments about your other players in the locker room or to a podcast, it's a problem. It's a problem. I don't care about you having a show. That's just like this show. You could say whatever you want to say about me behind the scenes of this show. But if you sit on this show and try to drag me in front of other people, you gotta go. You're a problem. You better ask TC.
So let me ask you a question right now. So you're gonna tell me that because he didn't say anything about his quarterback who was injured at the time, wasn't Dak Prescott injured at the time? Was he injured?
No, this was during the offseason.
What you mean he didn't say nothing about his quarterback? That's the problem. He said too much.
To be honest with you, like we said before, Michael Parsons is gonna say whatever he feels, right? But
right, and that's cool.
But it's a podcast. But you podcast. I'm wrong. How am I wrong, Cooley? Everything I say anyway, you're gonna debate anyway, so we can have a debate. I don't give a shit. We can have a debate, but I'm not wrong. Maybe because of the corporate American me, and I see what goes on, and I see how people can get along, and even though you may say one thing about one person or whatever, you still actually come together for a common goal.
But it's different in the sports world.
No,
it ain't different in the sports world.
Hold on, time out.
You don't have to like everybody that
Hold on, time out. It's funny you say the corporate world because I just had a conversation today with somebody, and I said it's nice that I can, that it's nice that I can make decisions and among my leadership team, and that information is not out to the floor. It's not out in the rest of the plant. It's not broadcasted. I can't go into details about what I'm trying to say is, but there's certain things that should be said out in public, and there's certain things that should be kept, to yourselves. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that Michael Parsons shouldn't have had a podcast.
Nope, I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that there's just certain things that you do. If somebody comes on there and say, if I come on here and say, if I'm out in public and somebody on a different podcast, let's say we go on Mr. Cowboy Nation's podcast, and you, Nikki, are on Mr. Cowboy Nation's podcast, and I'm working or I got a football game, and he just happens to say, who is the best podcast people out there? We all know Cowboy podcasters, and there's some that we don't agree with. And they mention, and you two mention, of course, a couple of these individuals, and each other, but don't mention me. How do you think I would feel?
You're probably gonna say, "Hey, how come he didn't mention me?" But because we're on the show together, there are times when you might not mention that person. I'm just saying because I've seen this happen both ways. I've seen it happen both ways. I'm just saying. Well, the only thing I'm saying is that I don't think him having a podcast was a big deal in my eyes, to be honest with you. That's just me.
Him having a podcast is not a big deal. That's not what we're saying. There's nothing wrong with him having a podcast because he ain't the only one that have a podcast.
So because
what we're saying is things that you say.
Prescott, so what else?
It's not even just about that. So have you ever listened to most of his podcasts? Have you ever listened to him?
Did you see the episode we had Jordan Love on there? He had Jordan Love telling him, "Hey man, you come on over."
When Jordan Love was on that, I listened to bits and pieces of it. Bits and pieces of it. Yeah,
okay, so you can't say certain things listening off of bits and pieces.
It was wait a minute, but bits and pieces of certain things. I don't have to listen to everything. I don't have to listen to the whole thing. I understand what he said.
Well, maybe you should because you're missing some points.
But what's the point? Wait a minute, hold on, Nikki. But what's the point? Just because he went on there after we got
blown out? No,
Nikki, but I'm just saying, Nikki. What are you talking about, though? Why?
You can't sit here and tell me that nothing is being said or nothing was said wrong or nothing wasn't said right. If you listen to bits and pieces, if you listen to bits and pieces,
Time out. But what did he say that was so wrong? The bits and pieces that I did listen to, I don't got to listen to the whole thing. I'm busy. I ain't got to listen to the whole thing. The bits and pieces that I did listen to, what did he say that was so incorrect? What did he say that was wrong?
Who said that was the only podcast? That's the only podcast we talking about. That ain't the only one I'm talking about. That ain't the only one I'm talking about. It's several. It's several.
Yeah. Nikki,
and again,
I'm gonna disagree.
It's when your teammate, when your teammate
agree to disagree because I don't think
have an issue with some things that were said, and not just about the quarterback, but when your teammates in the locker room have an issue about some things that were said, not only just about your quarterback, but about other players. It's a problem. It's something that got to be checked.
So let's even go back to what DeMarcus Lawrence said once he left. What's the first thing he said?
Who, Mr. Tired? Mr. Get on ESPN. Mr.
Okay, but
Tired,
hold on. Hold on, Kenyatta. Listen to.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Ahead.
You got to hear what you got to hear what the message said.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Cowboy Nation. What did when it came to that podcast? What did DeMarcus Lawrence say as soon as he got to Seattle?
Yeah, I think I can't remember what he said verbatim, but he made a comment to the point of
stay out. He say stay off. He say stop podcast. Stop talking.
Podcasting. Yeah,
stop talking so on the podcast and practice more. And practice more and be more of a team player. That's what he said.
Malik Hooker kind of took a shot too.
Malik Hooker took a shot before that.
Way before that.
He took it during the season.
He's taking no shots though. But I'm just saying.
So here's the thing, Kenyatta. We're not saying that he shouldn't have a podcast.
Not at all.
Nobody in here is saying he shouldn't have a podcast. It's some of the content.
It's a way to do everything. Yeah, it's a way to do everything.
That's what everything's saying, and it does affect the locker room. If you have more than one person,
we saw that firsthand is affecting the locker room because guys had something to say. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, it was the issue in the locker room.
Could they be jealous too? Could they be jealous?
Jealous or not? It's caused dissension.
I'm just throwing everything out.
It caused dissension amongst your brothers. Or what you're supposed to be brothers. Same thing when Uwuzue left and went to Cincinnati. What did he say about the culture of the Cowboys?
Exactly. It's more as a circus. They don't take football seriously. It's like it's second nature. It needs to be taken seriously in a priority. And it wasn't.
If we could take his analysis of something that's going on in the locker room and believe it, how come we can't take Malik Hookers and DeMarcus Lawrence and others, because there has been others that have complained about this man's podcast.
Because DeMarcus Lawrence and Parsons used to go at it because there's a clip of basically Micah Parsons going at basically Lawrence on the sideline during the Ravens game. You remember that? And so they had some issues going on. Even during the Green Bay game, they had some issues going on. So maybe that was Lawrence taking his shot at Micah Parsons.
So I'm going to say
this.
That's
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I thought that Micah Parsons I thought that Micah Parsons was a great player for us, but he was a liability to us in the run game.
Yes, preach.
You could say that. You know why? And you could say that because he was light being a defensive end, and I always said he was a little light.
And he didn't run, and he didn't crash down the line.
I said that.
Yeah, and he didn't crash down the line on running plays. You know, he was so concentrated on getting to the quarterback that he did not read the runs. So
screens, screens,
And we said that if you want to run against the Cowboys, not only do you just run against our weak defensive tackles, but all you got to do is run up under Michael. Yeah. So
that's Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I think what we're saying is that yes, have your podcast, have it. We have this show right here, and I hope everybody see that we all don't agree, but we're still gonna be friends tomorrow. We're still gonna be friends when we hit the end button on this.
Yeah, we all have our own point of views with certain things. That's all.
But however,
we have different way of lives and realities.
Yeah, but however, I still say that in corporate world, in sports world, in a family, if you're not unified, you're gonna get what you're gonna get now. You're getting what you get now. You'll get some type of dissension. You're gonna have some type of, I don't want to use the word backstabbing because that may be a little harsh, but you're gonna have that second guessing of individuals. I can go out there and say, look, hey, I started this show and I am the reason why this show is more successful. But it's not. It's because of conversations like this that make us successful, because we don't always agree.
Oh, we not gonna agree.
Hold on.
Kevin, you crazy as hell, boy.
You said what? I didn't see it.
He said Nicky
I said, Kevin, you crazy as hell,
he gonna
boy.
meet Boogie outside.
What the hell? What's wrong with y'all?
I had to square up.
Okay, so Kelly said he was definitely a liability, and I have receipts. Truth be told, Clay was trying to trade him 2 years ago. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all can call him liability if all y'all want to. We could have used him on Sunday though.
Oh,
we could have used
him on Sunday.
Yeah, we could have. We definitely. And nobody. And again, I am a Michael Parsons fan. I'm not sitting here saying Michael Parsons is not a good player. I'm not sitting here saying that we don't miss him at some aspect. Now, what I will say is this: we may miss him on the field, but they don't miss him in the locker room. Simple as that.
Right. So this what I heard. I heard Schottenheimer came to Dak after the Michael Parsons trade, right? Came to Dak and was like, hey, we know this is a big deal. This is kind of abrupt. We want to have a players only meeting so we can kind of talk to everybody and get everybody on the same page. And Dak was like, nah, we good. We don't need no meeting. We understand what we need to do Thursday. Right. We don't need to talk to us. We fine. All right. So to me, that said something, right? Because Parsons was one of the big dogs. He was one of the leaders, right? So for Dak to step up and say, nah, we don't need to, we good. This locker room not shook. We fine. Now I'm just saying, seemed like a lot of people really didn't have a problem with the trade.
I'm gonna be the first person to say it. When I first heard it,
I'm just saying, man.
When I first heard it, I was like, you know what? This is going to be the death of us. When I first heard the trade, but when I sat down and I analyzed the trade, did we take a step back? I feel like that we took a small step back. Yeah. But sometimes you have to take a step back to move forward. First thing I thought was, okay, now we have somebody that can help us stop the run. What has been our Achilles heel?
Stopping the
run. So as you look at the stats, if it wasn't for Jalen Hurts against the Eagles, we stopped Saquon.
Yeah, we pretty much bought Saquon up.
Yeah. Last week, the Giants running back, as many carries as this guy had, he only got 45 yards. The second leading rusher on that team was Russell Wilson at 27 yards. So, and let me look at the average here. They had a 4-point average, but they did it on 21 carries. We had 28 carries for 135. We had Devontae Williams was 3 yards from 100. We have something to build on.
Yeah.
Now we don't want to talk about the numbers for passing. We don't even want to talk about that. You had 3 receivers that average. You had one that averaged 18.6 yards a catch, one that averaged 17.8 yards a catch, and you had one that averaged 30.5 yards a catch.
How do you average 30 yards a catch? Yeah. How do you average 30 yards a catch? That's really bad. How do you average 30 yards a catch?
2 catches for 61 yards. One of them was a 52-yarder. So here's their longest. Here's the Giants' longest. The top 3 receivers. Neighbors had a long of 48 yards. Robinson had a long of 50 yards. Slayton had a long of 52 yards.
Wow. That's crazy.
They saw the weakness. They smell blood. They smell blood in the water.
Even Mike,
same thing.
Nikki Kelly says, even Mike Spillangio said when talking to him that the Star was breathing a sigh of relief about Michael's departure, and it wasn't about the trade. That speaks volumes when you listen to the words behind what's being said.
Mm.
You know, and I also think that they thought that, you know, Williams was going to play better. They thought that Dante Fowler was going to play better.
Yeah, I thought Fowler was going to play better too.
Yeah, and so for us to go out and sign,
who, Clowney?
Yeah. For us to go out and sign him.
Fowler played better Sunday. I think he played better Sunday. I think again, trying to get the scheme down, trying to get back, coming back here from another organization of what he played in with the Commanders, and coming back here, and it's not the same Mike McCarthy scheme. So, but I do think he played better Sunday.
Yeah, you know, we did sack Russell 3 times.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing too. Like this narrative that we can't rush the pass, and now Michael Parsons gone is, I don't believe that. Like it's week 1, we had the second highest pressure rate in the league against Philly. I'm pretty sure it was pretty decent this week. Even I know Russ went for 400, but if you look at a lot of them throws, he wasn't back there making peanut butter sandwiches. It was 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, ball gone. That's because the safeties wasn't in position. You know what I'm saying? They letting guys run free on the back end. So yeah, but if we had better coverage on the back end, I think we get to Russell more than 3 times. Because that pocket was collapsing. Like he was not comfortable in the pocket, son.
Yeah, definitely not. But I go back to, you know, the positive of that game on Sunday. You had to watch all 70 minutes of that game.
And then some.
You literally had to, if you left the stadium when Neighbors scored that touchdown with 25 seconds left, I bet you was mad as hell.
Woo, I know you were pissed.
I bet you was mad as hell. But it was actually a good game. And for me, I wasn't at the game, but I was at the Sharisa, I couldn't even write my paper. I was at a Giants bar, and the last thing I wanted to do is walk out of a Giants bar with an L. Because the guy who that we was there, what he does is when Cowboys lose, he likes to put us on what he calls a walk of shame. And I refuse to have the walk of shame. I even have a little ritual. We wasn't doing as good as I thought we were in the first half. I had on a black Cowboys cap with my CD Lamb jersey on. I went out to my car and I put on my white Cowboys hat.
You change your socks too?
No, I don't change my socks. But I changed my hat.
So I ain't the only one to do that. Yeah, if we're not doing well, I would change gear. Me?
Yeah. Okay, I don't feel so crazy now.
Yeah, I would change gear.
Really? That's right. Oh my God.
Yes.
I would absolutely positively change gear.
Tangela, I know you would never leave. You a diehard. You gonna be there when they take the field up to change for concerts. I know you'll never leave. But on a serious note, like I said, it was a very good game, and it actually was a very entertaining week in the NFL altogether.
It was. Hey, so let me ask y'all this: what do y'all think about Tom Brady sitting in the coaches' booth with the coaches with headphones on? And I ask y'all this for the simple fact that he's a minority owner of the Raiders, but he's also a commentator. Right. So with him being a commentator, he has to have pre-production meetings with the teams that he's the game he's calling. He gets information about those teams that the public won't get due to purposes for him calling the game. He'd be able to do his job better. So he's getting intel on scheme who hurt, how they gonna use this player, right? So is that y'all cool with that? Or do you think that could possibly be a conflict of interest down the road?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know because it's the Raiders. It's not like it's different. It would be different for me if it was the Chargers. It would be different for me if it was like, a team like that, like Buffalo. But it's the Raiders. I'm like, whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me, actually. It really doesn't what Tom Brady wants to do. I'm like, that's the NFL. The NFL makes the rules. You can break them. You can do whatever. It's like,
and they did massage, and they kind of massaged their rules
because it's Tom Brady.
Because it's Tom Brady, but
Right. And they said that he wouldn't be penalized.
So why am I going to be concerned with that? That's like whatever. I'm more concerned with this damn defense we got right now than what's going on with Tom Brady. To be honest with you, I heard that. Like, whatever, man. How we gonna fix this defense?
I kind of say that now, if I don't think that Tom Brady is giving out, like, I don't think coaches are giving Tom Brady like secret information.
I mean, all right. So this way it was explained to me. So with you being a commentator, let's say this Sunday coming up, Chiefs and the Giants playing, right? So I'm calling that game. So I'm gonna meet with the Chiefs. I'm gonna meet with the Giants. What you got going on injury wise? Who do you plan on featuring in this game? Right. Yeah. I'm gonna have that conversation with both teams. Right? So I'm gonna get this intel on both teams. And later on this year, the Raiders gonna play the Chiefs and they're gonna play the Giants. Right. So in their pre-production meeting, you told me you was gonna use X player to try to exploit X, Y, and Z. And I see these formations and I see how okay. So when we play you, I see those same formations, and I remember when he told me he was gonna use X, Y, and Z to do this. You see what I'm saying? You see the advantage that you see how this can get messy. You see what I'm saying? So
conflict of interest.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like they bend the rules a little too much for Brady, in my humble opinion. But it is what it is. But
just like that damn tush push, same thing.
We're gonna talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. That's gonna be our next topic. I feel like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. I don't think that Brady, as much money as Fox is paying Brady, if he doesn't get the intel that he needs, he's not going to be Tom Brady up there.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
He's not going to be it. If you do give him the intel he needs, we all know that Deflategate and Spygate, and
he'll do what he needs to do to win.
Yeah, he's gonna do. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna say, you know what, when we play such and such and such, we need to watch out for this, and we need to watch out for that. Because two things, he's monetarily invested in that team. So he's it's only human to protect your property, and the Raiders is his property. So the thing of it is whether we agree with it or not, the NFL, like you said, relaxed their rules for him to be able to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
So the NFL don't have no problem with it.
You don't need to lose no sleep.
Right.
Just keep it moving.
Man.
Right. So now we can talk about this tush push.
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying for years that those offensive linemen have been moving before their ball is snapped.
Yep.
You cannot consistently get leverage under your D line you can't tell me, as many years as I played football, you can't tell me that 100% of the time that two guards and a center consistently gets lower than a D lineman, and the ball is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, film on Sunday showed us
Yep.
that both of your guards are firing out before the ball is snapped. You take out the legs of the defensive tackles in front of you. All the quarterback got to do is pick which side he's going to.
Mm-hmm. And then you lining up outside, so
Yeah.
It should be legal procedure. But they won't call it. They're not gonna call it.
I was like, man, this is terrible.
Real bad.
All right, so Kelly, let's go back to the Kelly. She put up there, and these are some of the stipulations.
Oh, so that's why they wanted to make him a minority owner.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess. Okay.
Yeah. So
So he can't attend virtual meetings, can't attend practices, view playbooks. Oh, that's what's up. Well, that's different.
yeah.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Thanks, Kelly.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that, Kel.
Yeah. But back to this tush push. My
It
stance
needs
on
to
it.
go away.
Yeah, my stance. Yeah. Now that we have video evidence of what's going on, and I really wish Jeff was on here today, because all of our stance has been before that. Hell, we can't stop it. It is what it is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we have video evidence that the guards are leaving early,
Yep.
before the ball is snapped, that play is 100% not a
Illegal.
legal play.
It's an illegal play.
It's
Yes.
illegal.
And should not be in football.
Now, if you want to be even more specific, your D line and your O line are lining up in the neutral zone. There's supposed to be a space between the ball, the center, and his O line, and the ball and the D line.
Yep.
In the NFL, it's usually about a half a yard. In college and in high school, it's about a yard. So, do I think that we should ban it? No. But should we officiate it right? Yes. And I thought, don't the coaches have the right to challenge a play for a penalty?
That's a great question.
Or is that basketball?
I don't
That
think
may be basketball. Yeah,
that's basketball. Yeah, that's basketball. That's not football.
That's not like a catch or anything, so I don't think you can do it.
Yeah, so that might be something that they have to talk about, because basketball does a great job of it. Is this a foul or not a foul? The coach can challenge it, and they can go back and they can change the play, because that's two first. And one of those was a fourth down too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was with it until like you said, until we saw that video evidence. So I was like, no, they lining up in the neutral zone, and it's a false start.
Yeah.
Right. And they had a lot of false starts. But remember, we were complaining about false starts, about them false starts since last season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they kept getting overlooked. And we were like, that's a false start. Like, how many times, we have to say this?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why they wanted it. A lot of the owners wanted it banned. But a lot of the other felt like they wanted it banned because they were jealous of it, saying that they don't know how to do it. That Philly the only team that know how to do it. But now we got evidence. That's why.
Yeah, that's why. Because y'all slick cheating. Y'all slick cheating out there.
So if there's any Eagles fans out here, and when you do see this or hear this, we are not hating. This
At
group
all.
here has never hated on the tush push. We've always said if you can't stop it, then oh well. But now I
Yeah.
can truly say, yeah, we need to take a closer look at it.
Yeah, we do.
If they do the tush push and they don't false start and we can't stop it, then okay, yeah. But I got two guards moving and we're lining up all sides. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's
100%
a whole
problem. That is a what we call a advantage to the offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your referees try to call. A lot of times, people will say, "Well, why didn't they hold? Why didn't they call that holding?" Well, sometimes a holding on the left side of the line, and we're running right. That's not an advantage to the offense because you're holding somebody on the left side of the line and they're running to the right side. Unless that guy is Lawrence Taylor times 2, he's not going to catch up with, with that player that's running to the right side. But if you run to the right side and there's a hole to the right side, yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
So
can't do anything about it until the season's over now, anyway. So
100%. Well, you can do something. You can do something about it. You could have the officials.
You could penalize it.
Yeah, you can have them look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can have them look at it a little bit more. But what that's going to do is that umpire that's in the back with the referee, he needs to have his tail back up there on the defensive side of the ball to be able to see that. The only time that umpire is back there is when they run hurry up because he spots the ball and he lines up behind the defense. Now that they don't have that, the Eagles, all they did was just exploit it. They just exploited a zone in the defense, a zone on the field. Defense will have to find a way to stop it. Call a penalty on offense, create a penalty for the tush push. Yeah, I don't think they're going to create a penalty for the tush push. I'm sorry, I got to put the comment up there. I don't think they're going to create a penalty for it. Technically, there's already a penalty for it.
Yeah, technically, there's already a penalty.
It's already a penalty. But it's the new thing. You got people watching it. The NFL is all about, momentums. They're all about what have you done for me lately. So he said with the cameras on it like that, they're going to call it more offsides and false starts. They 100% are now.
Mm-hmm.
They have to. They don't have no choice because they're going to make the fans are going to start complaining. Just like they were complaining about KC and their calls for the last 3 years.
Shit, they ain't gonna do it. Jeffrey Lurie has NFL in his back pocket. I don't think they're gonna do anything, to be honest with you. Because if they would have done, they should have done something ahead of time already. If that was the case, I don't think they're gonna do anything now. That's just me.
Yeah. I don't know. I think they keep pointing it out like that. It is a obvious alignment, that they're lining up illegally. They keep shining a light on that. They're gonna have to call it at some point.
Yeah, Philadelphia's going to make adjustments.
Yeah,
and Jalen is let's keep it 100. Jalen is a strong quarterback. He benches over 600 pounds or something like. I mean, squats, not benches, squats.
Yeah,
over 600 pounds. So he's we got to give credit where credit is due. He is a strong kid.
Yeah. And I like Jalen. I don't have anything against Jalen. I like Jalen. I don't have anything against Jalen. I like Jalen. It's the fans I don't like.
Yeah, that's special breed, man.
They special. They special. And I ain't gonna say all fans because I do like Jeff. He might be the only Eagle fan I like.
Yeah, have you seen him in them trash talk groups? So you hate him in them trash talk groups.
The trash talk groups. He'll make you cut him off.
Yeah, yeah.
But I know the Jeff outside of that. So that's why it don't faze me.
Yeah. Most definitely. Like I said earlier, yes, send it to us. Yeah, you can send it to us, Kelly. But like I said earlier, there was some good football. There was some good football this week in the NFL. Sorry here. Having some technical difficulties here. All right, there we go. There was actually some very good games this past weekend. Let me pour up these scores here. Washington, Green Bay. Green Bay beat Washington 27-18. That was a decent game. Tennessee and the Rams, even though the Rams came back out in the second half and overtook them, it was a close game during the whole first half. Jacksonville and Cincinnati, Burrow went down. Jacksonville was winning for a while, and Brownie came back and pulled it out. He threw 2 interceptions, but still came back and pulled it out. Or was it 3 interceptions? 2 or 3? I don't want to. Brownie.
Oh,
yeah. Let's see here. He threw 3 interceptions.
He threw 3?
Yeah, but he came back and pulled it out.
Yeah.
Buffalo and the Jets. It was competitive the first quarter, and then
blowout city after that.
Yeah, he got hurt. The quarterback got hurt.
Yeah, New England, Miami got a concussion, don't he?
Yeah,
he's out this week. He's not playing. He's out this week.
Yeah,
he's done.
New England, Miami. That was a back and forth game. Hell, I think the game. Well, I can't say it surprised me because San Francisco didn't have Purdy, but New Orleans, they only beat New Orleans by 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had our game, which is good. Detroit. Oh my God.
My God.
That was a statement game for them. That was a statement game for them. Playing against their old coordinator. They just wanted to set the tone. And boy, did they set the tone.
Right.
That was fast. They put up 52 points.
They scored a whole bunch of points on them.
Yes, they did.
I was surprised.
Hey, so were y'all surprised at that Seahawks Steelers game? I didn't see that one coming.
Me either.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I ain't see that one coming. I promise I didn't.
Something's wrong with Steelers defense. That's 2 weeks in a row over 30 points. So something's got to be wrong with the Steelers defense right now.
Yeah.
They normally don't give up 30 points like that 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I know one of them was a special teams blunder though. One of the touchdowns was a special teams blunder, but they're still. I mean, it didn't look good. Anytime Aaron Rodgers goes somewhere now, I'm just waiting on the finger pointing and the blame game to start. You know, it's just a matter of time.
Well, like I said, like I told everybody, his job was to go get Mike Tomlin fired.
Man, I promise it's going to happen. He keep going like this.
His job was to get Mike Tomlin fired.
Yeah.
But he talked all this shit when they beat the Jets. Yeah, they say I was old. They say I couldn't still play. They say I couldn't win. I couldn't still play. And then he go get Peter Roll the next week.
Yeah, buddy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that game was personal though with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that game with the Jets was personal.
Very personal. They said some really bad things about him here in New York, New Jersey. They really did. So that game was personal for him. That's just how that goes with them. All I know is that we better beat the Bears this weekend.
Right.
Because the week after Sunday night, you know who's coming to town.
Man.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. The Green Bay is on their way back.
And
that's gonna be a personal game. That's gonna be a personal game for Michael. So Stills, we already know he gonna get beat. Plenty times. He gonna get beat. But at the end of the day, hey, we gotta show up. Simple as that.
We gotta run the ball week 4, man. We gotta run the ball. Yeah, we have to. It's imperative that we run it because I don't want Dak dropping back 38, 40 times against that pass rush.
Right.
Yeah.
We need Blue to play that game. Blue has to play.
Blue needs to get his shit together in practice and film room, study room. He needs to get it together.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way he getting on the field.
Thanksgiving, Lee. They saying Thanksgiving, but I think Overshawn said he could be back before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he said he could be back before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
he said he could be back the week before Thanksgiving, but they targeting Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to take his time. He needs to take his time.
Yeah, I feel like he don't need to rush. He don't need to rush because I feel like that's what happened with Diggs. We rushed him back, and he got hurt again, and now he's not as effective as he was or could have been if it was only just that one injury versus a second injury. Hopefully he get back to speed. It's here sooner or later. Hopefully, because God knows we need it. Bland. I mean, I'm just not understanding how they getting hurt in practice.
Okay,
so
that's
Bland,
their physical play though.
Am I saying how long is Bland supposed to be out?
4 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks. 4 to 5 weeks. That's half the season. And it's like every time we pay somebody, they get hurt. Like as soon as we pay them, they get hurt. And it's always in practice. It ain't never really on the field. Pay Diggs, ACL at practice. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I think once Dak and Pickens squared up Sunday, we seen what it could look like with both of them. We seen what it looked like with both of them. Both of them getting the ball. And I think what I was more impressed with Pickens on Sunday on a couple of plays, how he knew how to bait them. Bait the defense to get the pass interference call.
Yeah. Hey, was it me or was that offensive pass interference they called on him in overtime? Trash.
That was a makeup call for something else.
Straight garbage.
Right. That was trash.
Yeah. That was horrible.
I was sitting there looking like, what?
I said, man, y'all couldn't have called it.
No disrespect.
Y'all know me.
I do that sometime.
I'm gonna say, y'all. Well, look. I can't. Y'all know I will 100% protect them referees. I will go to bat for these referees. But that play right there, I said it. I said that was bullshit.
Yeah. You asked me, the game was about to be over with. Right then on that play.
The game was over with right there.
The game was over with right there.
Was over with right there. Yep.
Because if you even look at it, he did not even fully extend his arms. Usually, we don't call that unless we see both arms extended, and then the DB he barely took a half step backwards.
That's what I'm saying. The DB didn't really move. And I was like, wow, that's what we call the pass interference.
Right. I was like, that's some bullshit. Like, y'all
wow.
tripping.
He flopped. They always flop.
I don't even think twice. I don't even think Lamb should have been called for his penalty. Now you got 5 penalties. How they offset? How roughing the passer is an offset penalty to the other penalties that they had? How is roughing the passer an offset setting penalty? I was like, man, y'all tripping.
The only way that it wouldn't have been an offset was if all of them was you had a person. All of them was personal fouls. Actually, I think they got that wrong. I'm gonna tell you why I think they got it wrong. Because 2 of those plays were live balls.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where we got it wrong, and y'all probably gonna be upset at me when I say this. The dead ball against Lamb should have been administered.
Really?
Taunting.
Yeah.
Taunting.
Yeah.
Taunting.
Because that was a dead ball. So the 2 live balls, the pass interference and the roughing the quarterback. Wait a minute, hold on. Well, the pass interference, and the roughing the quarterback were live ball plays.
Mm-hmm.
So those should have offset. The dead ball against
Lamb
should have been enforced. It should have been enforced. Yep. So I think they got that wrong. But it wouldn't have been in our favor, so I'm glad that they offset it.
That they offset them.
Yeah. I'll find out, and I know in high school that's what it would have been.
Okay.
Because I know in high school we would have, if you have a live ball foul and a dead ball foul, you have to walk them both off. So, but I will 100% find out. Let's see. Thank you, Kelly, for that information. I will pass it on to the team. It looks like that Turpin had limited practice. Diggs was out of practice due to illness.
What he out for? Because he ain't did shit.
He said the report said illness.
Yeah.
Illness of what?
He's
not getting illness and looking at that film and seeing how terrible he got beat.
Yeah.
And then Cardi B dropped today that she pregnant again by his brother.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Hey, that boy didn't waste no time, dude.
Yeah,
damn. I'm like, damn.
Come on, man.
Like, you ain't even divorced yet, Cardi.
Dudes out here just, I don't know.
Hey, it is what it is.
That's
ain't gotta take care of him, so she can afford it. He can afford it. So
wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's bedtime. That's that bedtime alarm.
That's an old man alarm that kicked out.
It's a work alarm. That's a work alarm.
That's my old man alarm right there. Boy,
that's my work alarm.
12 o'clock, midnight, or whatever.
I get so mad when I hear that alarm in the morning.
Man,
I be like, damn, it's time to get up.
Yeah, I'm a night owl, so that's nothing. That's just a reminder of what time it is. I'm a night owl.
But yeah, but I guess real quick, let's run through the games for this week and then we can wrap it up.
All right, let me just look at something real quick.
And I need y'all to stay on when we get off so I can tell y'all something.
Okay. So even with the Clowney signing right now, Kelly asked about. She said talk about the cap space. Even with the Clowney signing and everything that all the extensions that we've had, we still have $38 million of cap space.
Right. Ooh-wee. And that's why they already in talks with Aubrey.
Oh, yeah, go on lock Aubrey.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Don't lock him up.
Lock him up yesterday.
Yeah, that price
He
tag.
should have
finna
did
go
That's
that
a
on
through the
bad.
roof.
Yeah, that's a bad boy.
Yeah, I gotta get
That's
me
a
a jersey,
bad boy.
man. I gotta get me an Aubrey jersey.
So I
Yep.
tell you what, once we had those 25 seconds left, everybody, all the Cowboy fans was like, just don't throw no interception. Let's just get it to the 50, and we got a chance.
Indoors too. Shit.
Yeah.
And
Money.
that's exactly what happened. That's 100%
Mhm.
what happened.
Yeah, when he hit Ferg on that star, I said, "Uh-oh." I said, "We in business, baby."
I'm glad Ferg didn't drop that one.
Man, okay.
He been dropping some passes. I'm like, dude, you just got paid. Why you dropping balls?
Drop man.
Yeah, but we
I
definitely
think
won.
I think Fergie is he has the I think a lot of I kind of because I kind of watched him. I think a lot of it is still in his head by getting hit and having that concussion. So
Gotcha.
I think he trying to he trying to brace himself for the hit before the ball get to him, and did it take his concentration off the ball?
Mm.
You better get it together because we should have beat Philadelphia. That was a touchdown he dropped.
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
Yeah, he dropped
That was a
touchdown.
touchdown. That was a touchdown.
Drop balls like
But Miles Sanders shouldn't have fumbled that ball neither though.
He shouldn't have got caught. He shouldn't have got caught, and he shouldn't have.
And he shouldn't have got caught from behind.
that. That's the thing with
Oh my
Sanders, though. He has a fumbling problem. He does.
And he shouldn't have got caught from behind. How you let a DB catch you?
Man,
A linebacker.
the linebacker.
Oh, it was a linebacker.
You let a linebacker catch
You can let DB catch you. They supposed
Yeah, you
He
supposed
looks
to burn
slow,
the
though. Now he
linebackers
don't
up.
look as quick as he used to. He looks slow.
He don't.
Well, yeah, he older now too, though. You know.
That's why Blue
You
is
put on some weight too, didn't
Blue.
Yeah, and he a little
you? Yeah.
Somebody said, why don't they trade for Pollard?
For what?
Get Pollard back if Blue can't get on the field.
What we gonna trade for Pollard for? If Blue for what? What he doing over there in Tennessee?
Pollard is actually being really productive with Tennessee, but his explosiveness, that's what we missed. That's what they were saying. They said trade for Pollard because we missed his explosiveness, especially in the backfield.
Mm. I'm going to give me. I'm going to give me another running back. I'm not trading for him neither. So as he come back, he gonna be hurt.
I think one of our downfalls is we haven't gotten younger. We keep signing these recycled players, except for these offensive linemen that we've drafted over the last 3 seasons. And Overshawn, but he's been hurt a lot. So I say we get younger.
Yeah, I think we should go younger too. But we got all these first round picks coming up, so I'm sure we'll probably grab a running back. But I have to give credit where credit due. Devontae Williams, he balling.
He is.
He balling.
Yeah.
He is. All right. So you want to go over these last 10 minutes? Go over these games real quick.
Yeah.
All right. We got Miami at Buffalo. That should be an easy pick.
Everybody's picking Buffalo on that one.
Yeah, Buffalo.
I'm definitely picking Buffalo on that one.
Yeah, definitely. You could have skipped. You could have skipped that one.
All right. All right. We got the battles of the backup quarterbacks in Minnesota. Cincinnati at Minnesota.
Oh, who's Minnesota backup?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
Oh my God! Absolutely not. I'm not.
He just got picked up. He just got picked up a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he did.
Why is he still in the league?
He keep a job. The ones that can't play keep a job.
Oh my God!
Because the NFL need backup quarterbacks. We're gonna be keeping job.
Yeah,
I'm
taking Browning. I'm taking Browning over Wentz.
Yeah, I think Browning, but I think Browning too.
I took him too. All right, we got Pittsburgh at New England.
I'm going New England, actually.
I'm gonna go New England too.
I'm going New England.
Yeah, and see, I went with Miami over New England. New England won.
I'm going Pittsburgh. I'm looking at the quarterbacks. That's who I'm looking at.
Yeah, it's in New England though, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Quarterback
yeah.
not playing bad for New England, though.
Nah, he really not. He really not. I'm gonna go New England. I'm gonna stick with New England.
Okay. You got Indy at Tennessee.
I'm gonna have to probably go with Indy.
Everybody
Tennessee been a tough out,
I'm
man.
about to say that everybody goes with Indy on this.
Yeah.
But look at the history of the Colts in Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee been a tough out. I know they 0-2, but they've been a tough out, man.
Yeah.
These 2 weeks. Yeah.
But Indy hasn't punted the ball yet either. So I'm like, wait a minute, could this streak end against Tennessee? Danny Dimes is playing efficient ball.
I'm gonna take the Titans.
Nah, I think I'm gonna take Indy.
I'm taking it. I'm taking Titans.
I'm taking Indy too.
I took Indy, but I was 49 and a half. You know, I was 50. Let me take that. I was 50.5% of picking Indy because I just feel like that.
That's hometown. What you doing? That's hometown.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Indy, but I want to see Cowboy get his first win. But money wise, I'm taking Indy.
All right, we got another division game in the AFC South. Houston and Jacksonville.
Ooh.
I took Jacksonville because they were at home.
I think I'm gonna take Jacksonville too. I'm gonna take Jacksonville too.
CJ doesn't seem right. I don't know what it is, but he just didn't seem right.
Well, I know, didn't he have like an injury they was talking about that he had last season? That they never did really talk about. I don't know, but I think it's the fact they got film on him now, so they game planning for him now.
Yes,
and I think that's what it is more than anything. Said they got a lot of film on him.
I was just about to say that. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got another division game here. Atlanta at Carolina.
Charles.
I'm going Falcons. I'm taking
Atlanta for 500.
Even though it's going to be a close game, but I'm still going with the Falcons.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's going to be a close game, but Atlanta for 500.
No, Carolina's been really good though. They just haven't won, but all the games been really close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got the battles of undefeated. We got the Rams at Philadelphia.
I'm going Rams.
I'm going Rams too.
Rams should have beat them. Should have put them out the playoffs last year if it wouldn't have been for that snow, all that ice and snow. Rams would have pulled that out.
I agree.
Yeah, I heard about the major injury of the Rams, didn't you?
Who was that?
The coach.
I thought about McVay.
He's fine. He says he's fine.
But I don't think that the Eagles didn't have an answer for Jerry Verse last year in the playoffs, and then they done lost some pieces on the line. And I'm looking for Jerry Verse to have a day, man. I think he's gonna dominate them up front.
Yeah, I think the Rams pull this out.
Yeah,
I'm thinking I'm going to Philly because of Saquon, and it's going to be nice on Sunday.
So you don't. So the Rams can't stop the run.
Not like if they nah. I don't think so. Not against Saquon this time. I think Saquon going for $150.
Well, I've this season so far, I picked Philly to lose 2 straight games. I picked them to lose to us, and I picked them to lose to Kansas City. So I'm going to do some reverse psychology, and I'm picking Philly on this
one. Okay, I'm staying with the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the Rams win. I just picked Philly. All right, we got the Jets at Tampa Bay.
Shit, that's easy. Tampa.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
because Justin Fields not playing. I don't think Justin Fields playing.
He might be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's not even playing. So I'm going with it.
Ain't that Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor. And shit, he liable to get hurt after first hit.
I know, right?
All right, we got Raiders at Washington. In Washington's quarterback.
Yeah.
From my understanding, I don't even know if he playing.
He has a bad knee.
Yeah, I don't know.
He probably not gonna play this week.
Yeah,
They
I don't
got
think he's playing.
They got Mariota as the backup.
They got Mariota, yes, the backup.
Give me the Raiders.
I took Washington because of
I'm
Mariota.
taking the Commanders on that one. They should beat the Raiders.
You think they're gonna beat Geno?
Yeah, I'm going with Geno. I'm going with Geno over their backup. Yeah.
You think? I don't know if they're gonna beat Geno. I don't know. I think the Raiders. I think they could do good against Washington with Washington. But see, this gonna make Dan Quinn keep Jalen in the pocket more because we kept trying to tell him all that running he doing.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's all fun. It's all fun and cool when he's scoring and stuff. But when you leave that pocket and they start coming for you, they coming for you. Mm-hmm. And they got film on him too now. Yep. So you could tell Dan Quinn kind of in a shambles about it because he always want to get on TV with his hat backwards. He had that mug forward today.
All right. We ain't really got to talk about the next one, Green Bay, Cleveland. So,
they gonna demolish Cleveland, and they still ain't gonna push the door in.
Break job, whole bunch to a little.
All right, we got Denver at Chargers. That's gonna be a good game.
Man, it's gonna be a good game. Chargers balling. Yeah,
they balling
some ball right now, man.
They take on that personality of their head coach.
Yeah, they balling.
Chargers
playing with the Chargers on that.
I think let me see who I think I picked Denver on this one.
What they playing at?
Why they playing in LA?
They playing in LA.
Playing in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Chargers.
No, I picked the Chargers.
Yeah, they balling.
Yeah, I picked the Chargers. We got New Orleans at Seattle. Yeah, Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle should win this. And I kind of feel bad for Keelan Moore because he came into a bad situation.
He did. Well, if Kellen would have took Shador, he'd be in a better spot
right now. He'd probably be in a better spot right now.
Yeah, so it's kind of his fault.
Hey, that's
you needed a quarterback bad. And you should have been running up there trying to draft Shador.
And the thing about it, he didn't have to run. He had him right. Shador was right there.
He wasn't going nowhere.
But did y'all see the Ravens was supposed to draft Shador? Did y'all see the Ravens? And he didn't want Shador, didn't want to go because he didn't want to play behind Lamar.
He wasn't going to see the field.
That was a good move, though. He wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't going to see the field in Baltimore.
And he ain't seen it in Cleveland either.
Lamar has been out at least 2 games each season.
And towards the end.
So he can start in Cleveland though. Like he can be the guy.
They got Cooper Rush though.
I get it. All right, here's another
but
game.
But I probably would have wanted to go and play behind Lamar though.
All right, let's do this one. Arizona and San Francisco. That's really a pick 'em game.
I'm gonna probably have to go with Arizona because San Fran. I don't think Purdy playing.
No, Purdy's not.
He's not.
Yeah, he's not playing. I think I'm gonna have to go with Arizona because Arizona normally beats San Fran.
Arizona balling a little bit this year too, right now.
They got a good defense.
Yeah, Arizona playing some ball right now.
Yeah. All right, we got. I don't even think we should have to talk about the Dallas and Chicago game.
Nah.
I mean, we should win.
It's a road game.
It's a road game. We should win.
Game of the week at 4:00.
But I don't think nobody on this panel is gonna pick Chicago though.
No, I don't think so.
I know I'm not picking Chicago.
No, that's a Dallas game.
I think we catch Philly. We tie Philly for the lead in the division.
Hopefully, it won't be a high scoring game, but it might be a high scoring game.
All right. Sunday night game is KC at the Giants. Both 0-2.
KC still get a win.
Somebody must go. Dude, what if the Giants beat Kansas City?
What the Giants? I mean, the Giants can. They really
I'm
can
like,
beat them.
And the Giants at home too, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't gonna pick them,
KC
but
just ain't playing like they normally play. The Giants could. The Giants
They
could
have
the
win.
Giants could pull it off. Like the Giants could pull this off, man.
only if they
Yeah.
rush the pat. Only if they get like 8 to 9 sacks, then they could beat KC.
They gotta lay hands on Mahomes. That's for sure. Yeah,
Because they
gotta
don't
lay
go
hands on
vertical.
Mahomes.
KC won't go
Yeah.
vertical because they can't really go vertical.
No, they got a boy, man, number 80, Thornton. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him, but
Yeah,
like I said, they're not gonna be scared. They're not gonna be scared of him. If they can sack actually quarterback 7 to 8 times, maybe they have a shot. Maybe they have a shot.
I'm telling you something. The Giants can get after their passer though with Burns and Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they can.
they can get after
Lawrence too. Lawrence is a good actual defensive tackle too. I like him.
Yeah.
And
So
then,
what y'all? Is somebody taking the Giants? Anybody taking the Giants?
No, I don't think nobody's taking it.
no, I ain't taking the Giants.
You gonna be a lone wolf on that one?
Yeah, I'll be long with man. I'll be long. I'm gonna pick the Giants. I don't think KC always right, man. I think KC a little off right now.
Yeah, I feel like KC is off too.
Yeah, KC. I think KC a little off right now. I think this is time to get him.
Yeah, our boy worried about Taylor Swift right now.
Ain't it?
He engaged. He ain't worried about her. He ain't worried about her. He need to be worried about his ex did that thing with Chris Brown on stage. That's what he needed to be worried about.
Nah, that's over with. Yeah, that's a wrap.
Yeah, right.
She gone, buddy.
Yep. All right, and then in my opinion, this will be the game of the week. Detroit and Baltimore. Both these teams are 1-1.
This gonna be a good game right here.
This gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. But I think I'm going with Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Cane.
Blew them out by 30 points the last time they played in Baltimore.
They did, didn't they? Yeah, I'm going with the Cane.
It was it was a bloodbath.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
I'm going with Baltimore too.
Yeah, because even though Detroit put up 52 on Chicago Sunday, I don't feel like Detroit out the woods for me. I feel like they ran the score up on purpose. Dan Campbell trying to make statements to Joe, to his ex-defense coordinator. I mean, offense coordinator.
Well, that was a division game. Yeah, that was a division game. So
it was a division game. So, but yeah, I don't feel like Detroit is just. To me, that just showed how bad Chicago is.
Yeah, I think they're more so about Chicago than it was the Lions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray that we do not get in the shootout versus the Bears.
I think Flu's gonna have it figured out. I think he realized we got some slow ass safeties back there. So
yeah. If we don't agree on nothing else, we can agree that them safeties are slow as hell.
Man.
And hopefully Blue will play this game.
I doubt it very seriously.
Man, and this my thing. If you ain't gonna play Blue, pull Malik Davis up from the practice squad. Let Malik tote it.
I would have rather had Blue back there returning kicks.
Yeah, because we're gonna need him now too, because Turpin's hurt. So we need that
explode. Man, is it me or did Jalen Tolbert look like he had a piano on his back returning kicks?
Exactly.
Oh my God, bro.
Or Turpin's just that fast. Turpin's just that fast, so he make everybody.
No, he was.
That dude looked slow, like slow as hell.
Like he was scared to run the ball.
We got a special dude in Turpin back there, man. So I don't know what Tolbert. He did look slow though. There was a couple times when he hit the hole. I'm like, nope, closed.
That hole closed so fast.
I said, yo, what is going on? I don't know. We gotta see. We're gonna have to see. Something has to change. Something has to change, man. We need some more speed out there too, on both sides of the ball.
Killing. Kelly said Turk been cleared. They say his test came back clean. Like
it's clean, but
Yeah.
Yeah, he came back good.
it's not gonna be sore though for a little while. Man, I have to have.
Hey, he was having a day against the Giants too before he got
He was
hurt.
4 for 4. Yeah, he was 4
Yeah,
for 4.
He had the
he-
touchdown over the
touchdown.
middle. I said, okay.
Yeah, he was having a
And
day,
let's
man.
talk about that touchdown. Dak
Threaded it.
That
He
was
threaded
thing
that.
in there. Yeah, he put that baby on him.
2 touchdowns he threaded. And that's what I was saying early before y'all came on. That a lot of the fans always talked about, well, not the fans, well, some fans and commentators was always like, Dak have to make sure his wide receivers are open for him to throw to him. But Sunday, he was threading them balls.
I'm
Now,
gonna say
in
this.
my
He always
opinion,
does that
yeah.
though.
Now,
Because
my
our wide
opinion,
receivers don't get separation, remember? So he always
Yeah.
has
Right,
to spread the ball.
right.
my opinion, Dak's weakness is what Russell Wilson did to us on Sunday. Those overthrows, putting the
Right.
ball in the
Deep
basket.
balls.
Mhm.
Because if you notice, CD always tells him, throw it up there, throw it up there. Those are his where he gets his picks from. He underthrows those balls. So if as much as I like that, I think that is his biggest downfall.
Right,
Not being able to lay it up for his receivers to go get it.
To get up there and get it.
I'm gonna say this though. If we can keep running the ball the way we running it, I really think that gonna make a strong push for MVP. Like, cause he's playing really good. Like, just the progressions but it's, I think we may have said this on the show a lot. Like, he needs a running game. He needs a strong run game. You get Dak a strong run game, he's a totally different.
Oh yeah, a totally different player.
But what quarterback don't need a strong running game?
You right. You
Hey,
right.
That's why
Yeah.
That's why James Cook was asking for money in Buffalo.
Yeah.
That's why when Kansas City was winning their Super Bowls, they didn't win it off of Mahomes' arm.
Mahomes,
They ran
right.
off of running.
Yeah, they ran.
Right.
They won the last one off of running.
Kareem Hunt was doing his thing at one time before he got suspended.
Yeah, so that's where it kills me that the last few quarterbacks that have won it off their arm was during the Peyton Mannings and the Tom Brady's and the Kurt Warners
Warner.
and
Yeah.
that era. We don't. It's the tide has changed. It had changed back to the running game.
Yep. When they was trying to ice out the running game.
Yep.
So they were saying that this was now a passing league. So they didn't need running backs as much, and they didn't have to pay running backs as much anymore, because they were saying that we had turned into the NFL had turned into a passing league.
Yeah. Well, once again, I have enjoyed these couple of hours.
Yes, indeed.
I have the most gray hair of anybody on this panel.
Okay.
So I need to go boil my hot tea.
Hot tea.
Not boil a hot tea.
Go drink some sea moss, man. You be all right.
No, it's just more of I got a lot of football to referee this week, so
that's right.
Okay.
I got to get my rest.
We know you're gonna get your rest.
Got to.
Okay.
I look forward. You know what? I look forward to my rest. I really do. I look forward to laying there and getting as much as I can. Oh boy. Look at me yawning.
I think you did that on purpose.
No, that was 100% natural. Like Kelly said, shout out to our unofficial sponsor,
Magic City.
Yeah.
Y'all know they have on Amazon Prime. They have a show.
I watched it.
Yeah,
I watched
they do.
it.
I have. I haven't watched it yet.
I did.
I lived it, so I ain't watching it just yet. I'm gonna wait.
I might watch it a second time.
I bet you will.
Oh, y'all crazy. I ain't watched it.
Good night, Tangela.
Good night. Hey.
All right, then. Well, good night, everyone, and we will see you guys next week. And we'll talk
Y'all
to
don't.
you.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Y'all remember to stay on for just a sec.
Yeah, God bless.
All right.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
All right.